Hey everybody, I wanted to share some more of my Carolina Skiff project with you. Turns out this motor was only running on 2 cylinders. I really couldn't tell it at all. It would crank up, idle just fine. Had one little hesitation when you was starting to move, about 2,000 RPMs. But I took the carburetors off because of that, and basically, made sure I kept them separated. I got the top carburetor in this bucket here, and I got the middle carburetor in this bucket here. The bottom carburetor, which I took off last, is my culprit. And what it turns out to be, after you take the bowl off the carburetor on the bottom, these pieces right here are basically in the carburetor. Got the main jet, which is this little tiny piece right here that goes in that little hole right there, and it's basically completely stopped up. Can't see through it whatsoever. This jet right here has got some little tiny holes in it as well, stopped up. I mean, you can see through it fine this way, but the little side holes are stopped up. And then the idle jet, this long tiny jet, it's got some holes through the side of it that are blocked. They're so small that a human hair could stop them up. The mechanic at the Honda dealer told me he always puts these in new, so I took his advice and bought new ones. These can just be cleaned up. He recommended this cleaner right here. He said it was so strong out of the can, you gotta be careful that you're holding on to your parts. It'll blow them out of your hand. I bought the new gaskets for the assembly. I bought new, it's the little needle valve that turns the fuel off when it comes in the bowl. So I'm just going to blow through where the fuel comes in and blow through where the fuel goes, and just blow through all this, clean it up good, clean the bowl up good, put them all back together on the assembly. The fuel accelerator pump right here seems to be good. You can basically block 2 of the 3 outlets from that and push this up right here, this rod, just like that. It comes back slow. If you block 2 of those 3 outlets and put your mouth over one of them and push this up like that, it should just give you a little burst of air. That tells you that this accelerator pump is good. Make sure this little pot here is turned the right way. One little trick I wanted to show you on this small idle jet, when it's down into the carburetor, I saw some people on the YouTube basically putting needle nose pliers on it from this top side. This goes over that, and that's down in there when you take the bowl off. But I realized that it's best to come in from this side, take your screwdriver and go in to the top and get onto that little lip, that bigger diameter on that idle jet, and just prise it out from this side right here, rather than grabbing this stuff with needle nose pliers and squeezing it and risking, squeezing it from this side. That's cause some damage. But that worked real good for me, getting mine out. That one was the hardest because of the trash that was blocking everything there. So hopefully that's going to straighten it out. I think that has a lot to do with why the boat didn't want to have enough power to get up on plane with the 13 pitch 4-blade propeller. I went to a 9 pitch propeller factory, 11 pitch propeller, a factory Honda 3-blade aluminum, and it would get on plane with that if you took your time. If you were in too big a hurry, it would just spin in the water. So I went back to a 13 pitch 3-blade propeller aluminum, and it gets up on plane okay, and was giving me about 4,800 RPMs. So I got a feeling when I put it back together and have 3 cylinders providing power, I'm going to have plenty more RPM. So wish me luck. I hope this helped y'all. If I can help y'all or got any advice for me, my email address is joeyogson@gmail.com. Good luck to y'all. Maybe I'll see you on the water.